Is it Yoruba nation, breakup of Nigeria, Biafra nation, or is it election 2023? We are right in 2023. This is not something that is far away. We are right into it. And election is gathering momentum. I mean, it is coming with full speed and it will hit us if you are not careful. When I say you're not careful, I mean all of the challenges that comes with election in Nigeria, particularly this presidential election that seems to be a do or die. If you're not careful, it will hit you hard. Anyone that wishes to put his life at risk for one politician and his family or the other, that is a person's business. Now, Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, and now let us talk about Yoruba nation that has been on the declaration, and they are also talking about reclaiming and occupying. Well, we know that Yoruba nation is now into two parts. We have the Pakintoye's style of getting Yoruba nation, and we have Iya Onitiri, who is late MK Abiola's concubine or one of his wives. Now, Yoruba nation, and also there is a man from the southwest of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, who is pushing, who said, Emi lo kan. I want you to stay with me on this because there is something explosive that you're about to hear. We are going to watch it together. We are going to listen to it together. We are going to analyze it together. We are going to dig deep into it together. And your comment is also important. Do not forget to tap on the subscription button if you are just new here. And also very important, like and share this video. It's very important. Let other people hear. Let them benefit from it. Let us know what is going to happen in some couple of weeks. Is it Bola Tinubu, a Yoruba man, who some Yorubas, particularly the Yorubas in diaspora, who are asking for breakup of Nigeria? Is he going to be president of Nigeria? And what is going to become of this protest and this scream and shout for Yoruba nation? Let us get right into it.
Ṣé Kano látọjọ́ tí mo ti dáyé mi ò rérò bẹ́yẹn rí o. Ṣé rí àwọn Haúsá? Ṣé rí àwọn kan tí àwọn kan parapọ̀ tí àwọn kan kóra wọn jọ tí wọ́n ní wọn dáa? Ṣé rí àwọn kan tí rí àwọn Haúsá tí àwọn kan jókòó tí wọ́n lanu yánmayànmá tó sọ̀rọ̀ yánmayànmá lórí Facebook tó ń sọ wípé Yorùbá ti dèrò ẹ̀yìn? Ẹ wo bí Haúsá Kano, ẹ wo bí wọ́n ṣe tẹ̀lé Yorùbá tiwa. Ẹ wo bí aṣíwájú bó ṣe kó Haúsá jọ, aṣíwájú síwájú, àwọn Haúsá tẹ̀lé, àwọn Fúlàní tẹ̀lé, àwọn 419 orí Facebook, àwọn àwòdìjẹun èpè sanra orí Facebook, àwọn awálé ayé má ṣe rere orí Facebook. Ṣé ẹ ti ráyé? Ṣé ẹ ti rí? Nítorí wípé ẹ fẹ́ gbowó, ebi ń pa yín, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe fine bara orí Facebook, ẹ dẹ̀ lanu, ẹ dẹ̀ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, ẹ níbẹ̀rù adániwáyé. Ṣé ẹ ti rí bí ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ṣíwájú? Ẹ wo bí Haúsá àti Fúlàní ṣe túyáyá tí wọ́n tẹ̀lé wa. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ béèrè ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, ṣé kú ẹ̀yin náà la ṣì wà? Ṣé kú ẹ̀yin náà la ṣì wà? Ṣé Haúsá ò fẹ́ràn wa lóòótọ́? Ṣé Haúsá mú wa sìn lóòótọ́? Haúsá fohùn ṣọ̀kan, wọ́n jókòó, wọ́n forí korí, wọ́n ní ẹ má yan Yorùbá jẹ, wọ́n ní Yorùbá ló kàn, wọ́n ní power must go to the south, wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Ọmọ wọn ní Vice o, Àtíkù wà ń bẹ, Àtíkù ń contest, kì í ṣe wípé Haúsá ò gbé igbá ìbò. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, tí àwọn òpònú wọ̀nyí, àwọn wèrè wọ̀nyí, àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé ó ṣeé ṣe kó má kú síbi táṣọ wọn wà, tí wọ́n bá ti ń wá sórí Facebook, tó bá ti ń wá sórí Facebook tí wọ́n bá tún sọ wípé àwa Yorùbá ń ṣe ẹrú Haúsá, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé àtìrandíran wọn ló máa ṣẹrú láyé. Àtíkù ọmọ Fúlàní ọmọ Haúsá ni o. Wọ́n ní rárá kì í ṣe pé àwọn kórìíra Àtíkù, wọ́n ní ṣùgbọ́n Yorùbá ló kàn. Wọ́n ní power must go to the south. Where in south? Southwest. Wọ́n ní ká síwájú. Wọ́n láwọn support ẹ̀, àwọn tẹ̀lé. Ẹ bá mi press love and like. Ẹ bá mi share. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn awáyé má ṣe rere, ẹ má jẹ́ kó flag program yìí. I want to be seeing your love and like. Ẹ má gbọ́wọ́ kúrò lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ká síwájú. Wọ́n ní Yorùbá ló kàn. Nígbà tí Àdàmú fẹ́ dààmú wa lọ́jọ́ sí. Ní ìgbà tí Àdàmú fẹ́ gbàbọ̀dè fún wa lọ́jọ́ sí. Tó lòun mú consensus candidate tó ní Láwàní ni. Àwọn Haúsá yìí ló gbéra. Wọ́n ní kí ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Wọ́n ní àdéhùn níwájú Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n láwọn ò ní ṣàbòsí. Wọ́n ní àní power must go to the south. Where in south? Southwest. Ta ló dẹ̀ kàn? Tinubu aṣíwájú ló kàn. Wọ́n ní kí Tinubu ṣíwájú. Wọ́n láwọn á tẹ̀lé Tinubu ṣíwájú. Ṣètìmá lóun rẹ́dì láti gbárùkù tí òun á ṣe vice. El-Rufai gan ò já wa nítàn mọ́ kò fi wá sílẹ̀. Ganduje ní kí ló ṣubú tó tẹ̀ òun. Ó lóun máa deliver. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá.
Well. Yoruba people, what is going to become of Yoruba nation? And what is going to become of a Yoruba man taking the lead, occupying Aso Villa as president of Nigeria? Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, Emiloko. And you can see how some people in the north, because of the vice president coming from the north of Nigeria, Shetima, and also they talk about Muslim ticket. Do the Christians have power in Nigeria? Do they have a voice powerful enough to determine who is voted in or not? That's something we need to consider. Now, they are talking about Muslim ticket. They say, oh, the Christians will support Peter Obi. But does Peter Obi have that? Does Peter Obi have that support? Grand support that can put him down? Even when he gets in there, can he perform as president of Nigeria? Bearing in mind that you barely have any Labour Party member in the Senate. Government is not as easy as people think. But then, as president, since we're on the presidential system, it's possible for him to, move around and do what he needs to do. These politicians are all the same at the end of the day. You begin to see Peter Obi canvassing and looking for the campaign. And before you know, maybe a quarter or half of the Senate will be Labour Party. Now, let's leave that aside. There are talks about Yoruba people neglecting Bola Tinubu. Well, who are you going to blame for this? Bola Tinubu had to keep his mouth shut. He was ready to sell his own people. When I mean sell his own people, there are certain things that people expected him to say in a certain way. He didn't say it because he is part of the people who brought in this government, part of the people who helped in bringing Buhari in. Criticizing Buhari will not allow him achieve his own aim. He will not gain from all the sweat that he said Emilo come for. He won't gain from it. So he decided to keep his mouth shut, like, at least let me bow. Let me call this Buhari man. Let me call him the master creator and inventor. Let me call him everything. Let me call him a Superman until I get in there to do what I need to do. And this has not gone down well with a lot of Yorubas. They feel that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a sellout and they are upset. They are hungry. This is normal. This is expected. But if Bola Ahmed Tinubu becomes president of Nigeria, what will become of Nigeria? What will become of the Yoruba people? What will they do? The people clamoring for breakup of Nigeria. If Peter Obi becomes president of Nigeria, will the Biafrans stop shouting? Will they keep quiet and embrace Peter Obi? This is a dichotomy. It is very huge. Let us hear.
Ẹ̀yin tí Èkó, ẹ̀yin tí Ògùn State, ẹ̀yin tí Èkìtì, ẹ̀yin tí Ọ̀ṣun, ẹ̀yin tí Oǹdó, ṣé ẹ rọ́mọ wa bó ṣe yẹ? Ẹ rí bí àwọn Haúsá ṣe fẹ́ràn wa, àwa là fẹ́ràn ara wa, àwa là ń ṣọ̀tì ara wa, àwa là ń dààmú ara wa. Àwọn Haúsá ti fohùn ṣọ̀kan. àwa lọmọ tí wá ṣèdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá lọmọ tí wá ṣèdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ lọ fi ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ sídìí ọmọ ẹlòmíì. Àwọn Haúsá ń bá wa túlẹ̀kùnlé wa ṣe, wọ́n ń bá wa gbálé wa, wọ́n ń torí ọ̀jà tiwa jà níta ló ń jà lẹ́ǹkùnlé àwa Yorùbá. Even the Lagos State tá à ń pariwo, ẹ wo turnout tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Kano. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé n tó kọ́kọ́ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni, you don't know the game Fulani is planning. You don't know what Buhari is planning. Buhari will never hand over to Asiwaju. Is that not what they started? Buhari will never, àwọn APC wọn ní f'Aṣíwájú ní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì nígbà t'Aṣíwájú wa ọmọ olódòdẹ, ọmọ Àbíbátù, ẹ̀yin lẹ́mọ̀ ẹ bá pè lámọ̀dá, bẹ́ẹ̀ kúrò lámọ̀dá ẹ pè lógun lérè, bẹ́ẹ̀ bó bá sun yín kẹ́ ẹ sọ wípé kì í ṣe ìrágbìjì náà ti bímọ ká ẹ l'Ógbómọ̀ṣọ́ ni, ẹ tiẹ̀ tún lè sọ wípé ọmọ dádì mi ni, ẹ tiẹ̀ pè mí mọ́ lóríire kẹ́ ní Iléṣà náà ti bí. N tó ṣe pàtàkì ẹ lè pè ní Tápà. N tó ṣe pàtàkì ni wípé ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ mú gbogbo àwọn loyalist ẹ kẹ̀yìn wọn sí, Ọlọ́run gbé borí. Nígbà tó gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tán, ẹni the Hausas will not support him, ẹni Àtíkù náà máa support. Ṣé ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, ṣé ó ní ìdí ká sọ̀rọ̀? Ṣé bàbá sọ̀rọ̀, ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ ò ti sọra ẹ̀? Ṣé bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wẹnu lẹ̀ ẹ wẹnu ọkọ? Àná ṣe ni mo ṣáà ń gbàdúrà, Ọlọ́run má mà jẹ́ àrí stampede, Ọlọ́run má mà jẹ́ kán àwọn pípù ìtẹra wọn pa. Àwọn Haúsá nìyẹn, wọ́n lóòótọ́ inú kan náà fi máa ń bá èèyàn lò, ibi tán bá ti láwọn lọ ni. Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ á kọ́gbọ́n lára igi ọ̀pọ̀tọ́, Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ á pera wa sí àjọ tó nírònú, Yorùbá ọwọ́ wa ló kù sí o. Ọlọ́run ti kẹ́ wa, Ọlọ́run ti dá wa dá. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó mo tún tẹnu mọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ Kánò nìkan àti Katsina náà ti máa kó ìbò Aṣíwájú wá. Yorùbá ẹ tú yáyá, ẹ tú yáyà. Àwọn tí wọ́n bá yín dulẹ̀ bàbá yín, àwọn tí wọ́n lọ sponsor àwọn Ìgbòho nation, tán ní káwọn náà sọ wípé àwọn náà fẹ́ yapa. Ṣé ẹ ti rí wọn bó ṣe ń ṣayé ara wọn? Wọ́n ti pa àwọn ọmọ ìyá wọn tán. Yorùbá, àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ wípé àwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá gbé youth jáde ọmọ 61, Òbí máa pé 62 lọ́dún yìí. Ṣé youth ni? Ọmọ 62 ṣáà gbọ́dọ̀ pé ní youth. Bọ́mọ 62 bá kú lásìkò yìí, àwọn èèyàn á pa màálù, wọn á jẹyán, wá jàmàlà níbi òkú ẹ̀. Retirement age Nàìjíríà 60 sì ni. Tó bá jẹ́ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ youth ni, ó ti yẹ kí Òbí kó rìtáyà. Wọ́n lọ móbì wá fún yín, ẹ dẹ̀ jókòó. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ń sọ fún yín wípé tí ò bá ṣe àwọn gbogbo ẹkọ́nọ́mì Èkó, wípé ẹ bá má rí ẹkọ́nọ́mì kankan ní Èkó. Ṣé Òbí lẹ fẹ́ dìbò fún? Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ kó gbalẹ̀ ní bàbá yín? Ta ló wá fẹ́ràn wa báyìí? Ṣé Haúsá ló fẹ́ràn Yorùbá ni àbí Ìgbò? Nígbà tí mò ń sọ fún yín pé bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ ti dàgbà lọ́jọ́ sí, ẹ rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni? Bàbá ń ṣarán ni, bàbá ń ṣarán ni. Ẹ bá mi press love and like. Bàbá ti dàgbà, dementia ti ń yọ bàbá Ọbásanjọ́ lẹ́nu, bàbá ò mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ mọ́. Ṣé bàbá tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ bàbá tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ Green Revolution, ẹ rántí Green Revolution? Ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ni bàbá ti ń jẹun ní ìsìn. Ọ̀tà farm tí bàbá ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ni. Bàbá tó ń jẹun nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tó ń gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá, ṣé òun la máa wá dá lóhùn? Ṣé òun la máa dá lóhùn? Bàbá ti dàgbà. Òun ni mo ṣe ní ẹ fi bàbá sílẹ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ kán distract wa. Ẹ̀yin ẹ wá Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Arẹ́gbẹ́. Ṣé bí mo sọ fún yín lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná, nígbà tí Arẹ́gbẹ́ tó dédé bínú tó faraya, tó sọ àsọbàjí ọ̀rọ̀, tó sọ àsọtán ọ̀rọ̀, mo ní èèyàn ìbínú ewúrẹ́ de èpo nù. mo ní ìbínú ò kì í mọ̀ pé olówó òun ò lẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀.
This seems to be a crossroad for a lot of people. Why? Some people are resolute. They've already made up their mind. They are focused on election. They are focused on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Or is it Peter Obi, an Igbo man? There are people who are also looking at the Yoruba nation on one side, and they are not yet settled. They don't know which and where to head to. And of course, we have people who are onto Yoruba nation for life, and they are ready to die for that cause. Now, everything seems to be like an uphill task. It's like something that cannot be achieved very easily. Why? Because getting your nation off from the hands of people who have benefited from it is not going to come easy. And we are talking about a lot of people who have contact and connection. And the people who are running the system, the people who are dictating, the people who are commanding. And for a very long time, it is a known fact that the voice of the people is not that loud enough in Africa. Even in other parts of the world, the voice of the people might not be that loud enough. But in Africa, it is even worse. Talk of Nigeria, you come out to protest, the next thing they come up with is that action against you, and it is a military action against civilians. They do not bother shooting civilians. So now Yoruba Nation has gotten its own way of getting what they want, and a lot of people look at it and they're like, seriously, you think this Onitiri's version of getting Yoruba Nation is workable? Is it something that can be achievable? Like, you have informed and you have said that you want to get your own nation, you are not disturbing your Nigeria. We just want to do our thing the way we want it, that kind of thing. That kind of, they've positioned it, they've packaged it the way they feel that it should be packaged. But then, is that enough? In a sinner climb, things would have worked differently. But right now, there are people who are screaming and shouting, it is a Milokon. They say, let us join hands together with our own. Well, I see this as sectional aggrandizement anyway. You supporting your own person, tribe, hoping that it's going to be better for you. I don't know if tribe has ever worked in that way. Although there are certain times in life that tribe, affiliation, religion, affiliation, these things help some people, work for some people. But this is not what we want. We want a nation that speaks the same language, a nation that functions in the right manner, not a nation with diverse stands. And, the most terrible of it, people with vested interest, people who are not ready to do the right thing, people who are making sure that millions of people stay in abject poverty. That is what has brought about we want to break. So when people are not well represented, when they are not well taken care of, and some few people, it doesn't matter if they're Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba, or BBO, Efik, or whatever, when they have taken everything that people generally need to take, some few people take it, and they kept it for themselves, generation to generation, this is what will happen. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so, and please like and share this video so more people will get access to it.